get with Mad Lib and put it in somebody else's hands and run the risk of it not getting out the proper way that it normally is to the fans that's looking for Mad Lib records.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then also exposing us to a whole new market that we probably wasn't exposed to before, you know?
Right.
And so it worked out beautiful. Big shout out to Stone's Throw.
Yes, shout out to Stone's Throw. Throughout the years that you guys have, come out, you guys have put out a lot of mixtapes, to get through the fans. What is the direction that you go with mixtapes, like as far as, with your production? Like how do you know, like, oh, I'm gonna go with this beat, or I want to work with this producer, like for the mixtapes?
We did so many mixtapes in the beginning to where we kind of smothered the whole original concept of the mixtapes. Now you get a Strong Arm Steady mixtape now, it's like an album, you know what I mean?
Yes.
We taking real production, we ain't really into going over nobody else's beats. We trying to make a hit every time we get in the studio and get on the mic, you know what I mean? Can't make a hit off nobody else's song, you know what I'm saying? Make it off
yes,
our own
and
song,
I'm a strong believer about that.
Yeah,
I feel like, if you're gonna be writing over like a Michael Jackson song, like everyone's just listening to Michael Jackson, they're not really listening to you as the artist. My other question is, you guys are from California. I really would like to know, where is underground music acceptable? New York or California?
I think it's been acceptable in both. Of course, in New York City, there's just more of a culture for real hip-hop music in general. Places like this exist. Still in 2010, they don't necessarily exist.
I'm loving this right here.
They're far from
Yeah.
This is real.
So,
I'm feeling like I'm a part of something.
That's dope.
So
I see what you guys are saying.
with that, that's the thing. But now, what's happening now with the new resurgence of the West Coast and just real music in general, I think across the board, not just on the West, East, South, everywhere, real music is coming back. And I think that it's just finding underground real shit is finding its home everywhere. You see, we from the West Coast, California, but we here in, I don't know where, Brooklyn.
Bushwick.
Right.
Bushwick.
Right.
And we chilling. Y'all know our records, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I see Wayne Ski and Evil D and walk on the street, cats, and it's beautiful.
Word up.
I already know, so we doing something,
Hey,
together.
shout out to the homie Evil, man. This cat met me like 10 years ago, homie. I was on a tour with the Alcoholics, funding my own push, right? I didn't know we was finna hit 36 cities, homie, in between San Diego all the way up to Rhode Island, homie. We drove in a mobile home, bro. And when I hit New York, I had never been. And I hopped on that stage with my khakis and my Chuck Taylors on, right? And my dude was like, homie.
So LA.
He was like, I'm fucking with you, homie. That cat right there on the real, homie. I'm loving you for that, you know what I mean?
That's dope. So, as you guys probably saw, like on TV, if you watch TV, what are your thoughts on like the MTV and BET Top 10 Hip Hop list?
Hey.
Nitty gritty, we ain't holding back in here.
As far as
be
what?
honest.
Well, I mean, honestly,
to
be honest,
honestly, I heard a lot about them. I haven't viewed them myself. I missed that segment. I heard one of them was all right. The other one was way off.
I think both of them was way off. I think they both was way off. It was way off.
Drake, nigga.
I think they both was way off.
I was on Twitter. I seen Lil Duval. He was doing the worst 10 worst rappers ever. That was actually more entertaining.
Now, okay, being that, being recognized, is that a goal for Strong Arm Steady? Or do you guys want to be recognized as just underground music?
Well, really, we just want to get rich and shit. Really,
At the end
of the day,
just live off of it.
When you say that, actually, the first thing that comes to mind is just making good music. That's what really we're in it for. Just to.
Do you think it's easily to get like sucked in, like on the side, like mainstream and money thrown at you?
We'll keep throwing the money at us, please. But I mean, we make certain records for certain things. We write all sorts of types of records. Like it's a lot of records in here.
Right.
And, it's not like we just listen to one genre of music. Like.
What do you listen to? Like, what are you listening to right now?
We're listening to Insertion Stoney Jackson.
Okay, one by one. You were driving. What would you do? Best of times.
I mean, if I was driving, I'd probably throw on Stevie Wonder because he's probably the best to ever do it.
Yeah. And what about you?
I kind of been in the Bay because they got a crazy independent scene going on up there.
Word?
That we really don't have like in Southern Cali. Like so up there, I've been able to like keep it going and keep the Strong Arm name going without having a big label support. You know what I mean? So being up there in the Bay, you gonna get a bar what's in the Bay. And right now, it's a group of cats up there called Live Wire Camps. It's my dude Jay Stalin and Filthy Rich and they part of that Oakland thing, and that Oakland is smashing. So man, I'm you know what I'm saying? Shady Nay, all them cats, and they work with me. They love me too, so I'm on all their records. So right now, yeah, that's what I'm on right this second. You know what I mean? But other than that, man, we cracking Strong Arm steady. You know what I mean?
And what about you? If you were in the driver's seat, what would we have to listen to?
Just weird shit.
What's weird?
You took me to.
Yeah, no, like I like groups like Passion Pit and you know, the Radio Department. Groups like that. I don't know if y'all ever heard of those groups. Look up the Passion Pit. That's the group we talking about. We went and saw. Like, look up the Passion Pit Radio Department. That's really dope world music. But I also like I like groups that aren't out. As far as like rap shit, like shit, I like finding new shit. There's a group out of Ohio. Y'all check for it. They're gonna be really big. Trust me, named Uzi. Out of Ohio, UZI, and they don't even talk about guns or killing or nothing. But they call Uzi, and they dope as fuck. I'm working with them, and I like new shit. It's a cat named Kendrick Lamar out of Los Angeles, out the West Coast, out of Compton, actually, out of the TDE crew. That's tight, right? He's dope.
How y'all hooked up with Corey and Blacksmith, Kweli?
Man, Phil.
Well, you know, Kweli been a friend of ours for over 10 years now. And just doing music, we was always fans of each other. You know, during the Raucous days, Black Sean actually introduced us.
Yeah.
And then, you know, just going back and forth, doing music together. Actually, X and Kweli had the first song together like 10, 12 years ago. I think it was on
Reflection Eternal.
Right. So that was actually the first. And then, you know, Tash was doing stuff with Mos. It was a lot of stuff going on at the time in that era. So
underrated, very underrated MC. Tash, word up.
Kweli and myself just had a lot of respect for each other, just doing the mixtapes and stuff. And when he and Corey had the situation over Warner Brothers, he actually invited us to, you know, do the deal at that time. And that's pretty much how it went. It wasn't like we just did some music and sent it to Kweli and seen if he could sign it. And I know a lot of people might think that, but Kweli's actually been a friend of ours for like 4 or 5 years, even before any paperwork or deal concept was even thought of.
And if you do the homework, you know, and Google Strong Arm Steady and do the homework, like for real, you'll see that Kweli been a part of all the mixtapes from day one.
Right.
He was on all of them, and he was always there. Just as he progressed and developed, and we progressed and developed, it just organically grew like that. And I think that's why spiritually, even through all this time and through Warner Brothers deal being gone, now Universal deal being got, we stayed down and kept it 100 and putting this record out, because we signed to Kweli and Corey in 06. And our record ain't coming out until 2011, February 1st, you know? So that just is and then we went and did the Stones Throw thing. They let us do that with Madlib, you know, and that just enhanced what we was doing as a movement. And it's just a beautiful relationship in that sense.
You know what? I'm not gonna put him on the spot, but first time, when I went out to LA, and you know, I met him face to face for the first time. But just in case y'all understand how long I've been in the game, I used to send this guy records, poster boards, flyers. He's been in the grind, man, and it's just a wonderful thing to see.
Real rappers work.
Real rappers work, and
get a bar.
Word up, for real. That's how long.
That's how long. Yeah, he's not lying. Wayne Ski's not lying.
For real.
Real shit. I was in marketing promotion for a long time.
Very long time.
Yeah.
I used to be the nigga in the office with the records.
Yeah.
Send this over there. All right.
All right.
We're not gonna say who though. Yeah.
Right.
It's, you know, it is what it is.
Right.
Word.
So, who do you guys want to work with in the near future as far as production right now?
We do a mixtape, B-minus mixtape, Strong on Steady.
Most definitely need that.
Yeah,
but like, man, we got like some of the hardest hitting cats right there. We already working with. I'm pretty sure that I don't know for them, but my favorite cat right now is DJ Khalil.
Yeah,
He's
DJ
been here
Khalil.
from day one. You know what I'm saying?
He produced
on my solo album. He produced half of this album. You know what I mean? So, but of course, man, anybody that's great.
And what about as artists? Like, who is there anyone in the near future you want to like collab with?
Nicki Minaj.
Where?
I just want to get close to her. I don't want to rap.
Oh, boy.
I'm gonna keep it 100, man.
I'm rolling, man. Y'all get to see it. We will never get to see it.
I don't know about Nicki Minaj.
You like that fake booty? That's what it is.
We don't know it's fake, man. That's the New York City.
No, I was just kidding. Not Nicki.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
I like Nicki Minaj. I'm sorry. But
this is B-minus radio.
Yeah, I know,
like,
that's why I
this
threw that out
isn't
there.
even nothing.
But for real, it would be an honor to work with like somebody like Kanye West, like Jay-Z or something like. Because we had
What
my
did you
brother
think of
say.
his, have you guys seen his short film? What did you think of that?
I didn't see it yet.
Me neither.
Yeah, me
I thought it
neither.
was dope.
Yeah?
Yeah, I didn't see it yet.
It was like artsy and you know,
What do you
I
call
guess-
it?
But we don't work with a lot of people. Like Strong on Stage, like Arms and Hammers alone. But you know, that's the beautiful thing with having to deal with Corey and Kweli and Warner and the whole thing. We had the opportunity to really develop and work on a record and develop relationships. We work with everybody from will.i.am
Dilla, man.
to
We got
Pete
on
Rock
Dilla,
to
man,
Jake
for real.
Dilla, rest in
We really
peace,
got on with
to
Dilla, man.
like everybody. We work with everybody, but like we really, you know, didn't, you know, it's cats like Nas and Jay-Z and Kanye, Eminem. We haven't worked with like, you know, that echelon like we would, and I think that we didn't on this record because on this record we got the next album, Game, Too Short, Marshall from Florida Tree. I'm forgetting some Corrupt. Yeah. Like so, we work with a lot of like cats that we wanted to.
We got
work
songs
with.
with R. Kelly, actually.
Like R. Kelly, yeah.
R. Kelly!
Yeah. But we can't.
But we'll never sit down on paper and just write it down like this is actually what we want to do. It's really like some jazz vibe.
Yeah, that organically
If
happened.
we was here for a week, this would an album would be coming out of.
Right.
We got KRS on the album, man.
KRS One, yeah.
We
Yeah,
fall
oh,
in,
yeah.
we fall in,
Yeah,
we vibe,
yeah.
we do the music. It ain't too much made up about it ever. Like whenever we do a song, like it's maybe one or two songs, but like reach out to him and get him on the hook or whatever. But for the most part, especially sitting and writing and how Stoney Jackson was done and even Arms and Hammers, like everybody on that, we actually sat and got down with it. So.
Like Fonte, like you playing the Fonte record in the back, like we really wanted to work with Fonte. We toured with Little Brother and got to see them dress up in suits and sing and shit. Right. You know, man, these cats, man, we want that brother sound like John Legend, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it was really organic. We really wanted to work with them brothers. So, but we work with who we want. It's just certain cats that we just haven't. It hasn't developed for that yet. You know.
Okay. And since this is called the Independence Day Show, you know, is there any advice that you want to give to independent artists, or you know, just
keep going,
just work,
never stop, keep going.
Have you guys ever gone to that point where you just want to like, man, fuck
every
this,
day,
man?
every fucking day, every fucking day. Yeah. But you keep going. That's why you gotta keep going.
Well, I just want to say on behalf of B-Minus Radio, thank you so much for coming through.
Man, we're going to be back to this
motherfucker. Can
motherfucker.
you let the people know?
Now that we know where it's at.
February 1st, Arms and Hammers will be out. Blacksmith Records.
Okay, and where can people find your music? Follow you on Twitter?
Yeah, follow us on Twitter.
www.strongarmsteadytv.com. We just launched it a month ago. It's fly, fresh, and flashy. Like, go check it out. StrongArmSteadyTV.com. We said TV because we are going into television and film. We got a cartoon that we're doing. We keep that. Y'all can go online. Actually, we leaked something on the radio about that, and they wrote about it all on the internet. So go check. We got a cartoon we're doing. StrongArmSteadyTV.com is real. Fuck out of here. Go on your, if you're watching this, if you're watching this, open a new window and click StrongArmSteadyTV.com and get your bars up. You can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, MySpace, all that just from there. And be great.
What up, y'all?
Thank you guys so much.